Working on my RC car today. We got the Helion rockrider out here doing some more modifications to it. Just want to talk a little bit about this setup and how long I've had it and how it's been. So I've had it about a year now. Got it for about, I think, $220 out the door with the batteries and everything. And then the first upgrade that I made was the battery. I put this bigger battery in there, which ran really good for a long time. And it finally started getting the motor hot. So then I upgraded the motor to a Axial 1410 SCT Brushless Motor, which there's the ESC. I had that in there I think for about 4 months, and it did really well until I started upgrading other stuff like the tires. Once I put the bigger tires on there, these are Mickey Thompson 2.2s, which work really good. I'm really happy with them. And here's the stock tire next to it just for comparison. And when I put the bigger tires on there, it really changed the gearing quite a bit. So the next modification after the tires, since I couldn't get at that time I couldn't find no metal gears or any type of options as far as gearing goes inside the little transmission case there. So the route that I went was I got a set of Axial heavy duty cut bevel gears, 4313. They're spiral cut, and I went ahead and I got them installed inside the front bulkhead and then the rear diff as well. They don't just go right in though. You got to do a little grinding, massaging if you will, to get them in there, but you can get them in there if you're gonna go that route. So then after the low gears and big tires, it was a pretty happy rig. And then I started to heat up the ESC, the little ESC. I think it was maybe just a matter of weight, or basically a lot of what I do is hill climbing. I don't do no jumping or no high speeds. So then the next purchase was the Mamba X, which that seems to be working really well. No heating issues. Got the censored wire going over to the motor. That's a 1410 Axial 4-pole. And if you're thinking about getting one of those, that's as big as you can go. You can't get a bigger size can in there. It just won't fit. And tons of power, plenty of power. Works really well. And then from there, with the bigger tires, I just wasn't happy with the power from the servo, which I never broke anything as far as the servo is concerned, but I got a upgrade there too. That's I think it's a 15 kg tungsten gear servo. And then the other mods, I moved the battery from up high. I didn't like all the weight up high, so when it goes back together, it sits right here, right on top of the brace member that goes on top. And then after all that, I snapped the plastic driveline, so I put this metal one in there from Hobbytown, which I'm not happy with the performance. There's way too much slop in there. That pin that goes through in there is just way too small for the hole that comes out of the drive gear there, which if you do run that in there, I had to run some spacer washers just to make up for that. And then the latest modification that I'm doing right now is I'm going to be putting in this gear set. Purchase this on, I think it's Amazon. I think it's a 6217 gears for this setup. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. And then as far as the rig goes, I'm pretty happy as far as it hangs in there, you know, for what I do. I do bashing and hill climbs. But if you do start jumping it, you're going to start breaking stuff, especially all this stuff back here. Every time I jump it, it seems like I break something, but that's probably just because I don't do it very often. So I put metal trailing arms, a few metal pieces back here, the metal plate, and then the metal shocks, and then also a little metal piece in there, which works out pretty good. So anyway, that's my setup. Pretty happy with the build. If you guys got one. Oh, the other thing that I forgot to mention is I upgraded to the 3S LiPo here. plenty of power, almost too much power. Usually I only use about half throttle. So anyway, just thought I would bring that to everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.